out of the gospel that was read today, there is an interesting line that speaks to us today. So Peter now sees Jesus and he wants to come to him. So he says, "Tell me to come to you." So Jesus says, and in fact, it is in the command form in Greek, right? Anytime that the word ends in epsilon, right? Then it's command form, meaning it's not just if you want to come, like he told the demons to go into the pigs. It's not like that. This is elthe. So this means that he commanded him. He says, "Come to me." He told them when they thought that they saw a ghost, he says, no, have courage. And now we see, he says, elthe, gives him a command, have courage and come to me. And so this is what Peter does. It says, he steps out of the boat and he starts walking towards Jesus. But then what happens? It says, then he saw the wind. He was distracted. And now he realizes who he is, and he depends not on what he's looking at, which is Jesus, but he depends on what nature tells him is that he cannot walk on water. And so what happens? Then his mind is left from Christ, and now he sinks. All right? And immediately Jesus now rescues him. But what does he say to him? He says, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" So there's something that we can take from that today. It's very easy to be healthy with a good job and have a wonderful family. That's easy. It is when those things now fall apart. I lose my job. I lose my family. I lose pieces of my family to death. That now becomes much more difficult because nature can't provide you an answer for that. I am constantly in the hospital with people who ask me, why has this happened to me? Why am I sick? Why is somebody now terminally ill? And the only thing that I can point them to is something like this. Have courage. How many times in your life, especially you that are Greek, how many times in your life have there been a difficult situation and the word that they use is what? Coraio. Naikis coraio. Have courage. So this is what they're telling you. Courage in what? Courage in the fact that you can heal yourself? No. But courage in what you are looking at. And what you are looking at is Christ himself. Because at the end of the day, when these things fall away, that's all that you have. All the doctor can say to you is, I can give you another treatment. Maybe I can give you 6 months. I don't know, you have to lose that leg. Or I'm sorry, I'm going to take that kidney. There's nothing I can do. They can't provide you the help that is provided here. But that's not easy. That takes a vast amount of courage. But this is the lesson that we learn from Peter, is that Peter started with courage. And that's how we are when everything is going well. We have that courage. I'm doing well. Like my dad used to say, I'm the captain of my destiny. Yeah, but in the end, that can't save him. The only thing that can save him and us is what he says here, is keep yourself focused. So in those times of trouble, we have to seriously consider what we say to one another in Greek. Koraio. And it means more than just mortal courage, but what it means is it means spiritual courage that his will is being done. And we don't know what that will is. And so, like Peter, then we have to keep focused. And if we have doubt, the church doesn't say that's bad, but we have to recognize what that doubt is, and then we have to then speak to that. The second part of this that I wanted to talk about very quickly is that with that courage comes the courage to be the Orthodox Christian that we claim to be. And I'm speaking specifically about when you contemplate your end. And it is very important that you make your wishes known, that you have the courage to make your wishes known. Unfortunately, what I am seeing here in this parish is I'm seeing a very dangerous trend that people are not leaving what their will is, and then their children or their relatives are making decisions for them that are not appropriate to their faith, to our faith. Meaning they're missing out on what is their right as an Orthodox Christian. The funeral service, the ability to have Goliva like we're going to celebrate today, the ability to have prayers, to call the priest when somebody dies so that he can read the prayers. But we're not making that known. And so what I'm seeing now is this trend to say, well, Father, I've decided that, well, maybe, you know what, we don't really need a funeral. I don't think my dad, I don't think my mom, I don't think my cousin, they wanted that. When in reality, I've known them long enough to say, yes, that is what they wanted. And so this ties in with what I have said before. You have the right as an Orthodox Christian to do what is right. And even if somebody in the family says they don't want an Orthodox funeral, they don't want Goliva, they don't want the Trisagion, and you know that they did, then the right thing to do is to make sure that they have that. So let us have the courage to make sure that we let people know what our will is. And our will is to do what is His will, what the church asks us to do.